Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli and FSD. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you to all of my supporters. And don't forget to follow me on X. And if you're in the market to buy a Tesla car, please use my referral code. You can earn some great discounts. Today, I want to talk to you about the 10 commandments, but not the biblical ones, but the 10 commandments of the electric cars. So, and you should remember that will make your life easier. Just so you know, if you're new on my channel, welcome. I've been driving electric cars since 2014. Okay, I had all kinds of electric cars. So let's start with no particular order, but obviously each commandment has exceptions. Like every rule has an exception. Here's rule number 1, which has an exception: do not use DC fast chargers often. Because it can kill your battery and shorten the life of the battery. That is true because even if you get 75 kilowatt, 125, 175, 250, some places has more, it's not good for the battery in general. It's like drinking water from a fire hose. You're not going to do so well. So yes, that's not recommended and all that, but there's buts. There's first exception is that Tesla cars, supercharger, if you charge in a supercharger Tesla car, preheat the battery, precondition the battery before you go. Just put the destination of your charger, and the Tesla car will precondition your battery. That's good for optimization of charging. And second, it will give you the fast charging at the beginning, but it will taper it off significantly. Okay, it's still not something that you should do every day, but if you have the Tesla car, it is the most not conservative, but the most efficient way to charge batteries. So it will not be as damaging. The reports going back and forth in general. If you have a different electric car that doesn't have any preconditioning or anything like that, and there's no management of how much current you get, that becomes a little tricky. Number 2 is make the 80% holy, okay? It is good to charge your car on a daily basis to 80%. That's what I do with my Tesla Model Y, and it's for daily use. You don't need more than that. Nobody drives 250 miles, 400 kilometers every single day. Now, what do I do when I travel on long distances? Here's and I drive long distances like nobody else. So when I drive from New Jersey to Florida, which is between 4 to 7 supercharging stops, depends how much I want to drive. My rule of thumb is very simple. I charge it to 100% at home, okay? Just at home, and then I drive as far as I can because I'm fresh in the morning. I drive as far as I can, and then I taper it down to 80 or 90% because then the next supercharger, because there are so many superchargers, there's no worry about where to charge your car. So that's my rule of thumb, okay? Other than that, slow charging is the best thing to do. We'll get to it in a minute. Number 3, apps, chips, and cards. One of the things I hate about every public charging, whether it's DC or AC, doesn't matter, other than Tesla AC or DC, supercharging or just destination charging, you have to have all these stupid apps or cards. Like I have a card for the ChargePoint, my son has one, and Blink, and EVgo, and Schmivigo, and Electrify America. It is so annoying. It is so confusing. You have to have. Why can't you just go like a gas station and swipe your card and do it this way? Some will let you, some don't let you. Now, I rely on the superchargers and on public chargers that are free. I have an adapter, or Tesla destination chargers. You just take the cable, stick it in, and that's it. Everything else, or if you do not have a Tesla car, or if you do and you travel in remote places, make sure you have all the schemes. Now, I can tell you one thing: many public chargers that in garages that rely on an app, there is no reception. Okay, I tried many times in New York City and other places. There's no reception, so you have to For that, if you have a card and you just swipe it, that's good. But not all of them give you. See how stupid it is? It's just dumb. Just swipe damn card and put it in. Number 3, make the slow charge your habit. It is good to charge your car slowly, whether in your home garage or at work. 30 amp, 40 amp, 48 amps, the highest that I have at home and at work. It is even 110 volt. Okay, they're really slow cable. They're really slow charge, like from a 3-prong socket. Do that. It's good. Slow is good. I mean, what's the beauty of electric car? You charge it at home and you get up in the morning and you have 80%, 90%, whatever you need, and you're on your own. That doesn't matter if it's 3 hours or it's 6 hours. You at home, you sleep at least your nighttime, you at least 10 hours at home. That's what you want to do. That's good. Now, only remember that the 110 3-prong charge, it's very slow, very, very slow. It will not give you the 80% if you're very low. That I can tell you, but it will give you something, and that's very good. Make sure you have a cable in your car, a charging cable, in case you're in public and you need it, or an adapters, whatever adapters that your car use. I have the Tesla, a little adapter. I use it every single day at work. It is fantastic. Number 5, this is a big no-no. Now we had the do's, now we have the don'ts, just like in the 10 Commandments. Do not hug a charging station. Now, if you charge in superchargers, it will give you a notification, and if you stay overtime, it will start charging you money. And I don't think it's enough charge. It should be even more, because there's nothing more jerk. You cannot be more jerk than you are to hog a charging station. Now, what I do suggest, if it's not superchargers, it's any other charger, and it doesn't give you a notification, put a timer or something. If it's a slow charger or a fast charger and you just forgot, put like a little card with your cell phone numbers. Somebody can text, because if somebody sees that you're fully charged. It happened to me in Baltimore once. This Nissan Leaf, and I had the Tesla. This Nissan Leaf guy charging, it was full. I left him a note. I disconnected him. I closed the charging port. I left him a note. Your car was charging 100%. I needed the charging. Actually, put a note back. Thank you very much. Sorry about that. So be courteous and do not block. Now, if you're a gas car and you are taking an EV spot, and sometimes they do it on purpose, you are in a different level of jerkiness. But let's moving on. Number 6, which I just mentioned in number 5, it is very important to leave a note with your cell number. If you just forgot, it happens. If you just forgot, or you leave a note to somebody on their car, it's important. This is for non-Tesla supercharging station. This is mainly for DC AC chargers, whatever. Sometimes you just forget. It happens. It's not a big sin if you do the right thing. Number 7. Now, we all love electric cars. Those who have it love it, and those who don't have it should have it. Acceleration. We all love the fast acceleration, the instant torque, and all that. Now, at the beginning, when I start having electric cars, every time I'm in the stop sign, I accelerate like there is there's nothing else in the world. Now, you can get a ticket, which I got once in my Chevy Volt when I accelerated too fast, and there was a cop right there, and he gave me a ticket, and ever since I didn't do it. Fines do work. Money works very well. All right, so that's number 1. B can be dangerous, but let me just qualify that the acceleration of electric cars are safety features where it's necessary. I did get out of a lot of situations that required me to a fast charger. It got me out of situation because of the acceleration. That happened to me actually yesterday. Okay, somebody snuck in and I pulled, and it was a really getaway way to get out of the situation. And it's also good for the health, for the range, because that takes a lot of range. Speaking of range, number 8. If you drive too fast, even 5 miles an hour, let's say the speed limit is, 65 or 70, and you go 75, you will see the decrease in the range and the increase in the energy. Even 5 miles per hour, even 10 miles per hour, anything. If you, I put it on cruise, on autopilot, whatever it is you have in your car, you use 65, whatever it is, 70. The more you go, the less range you have. This is something that will decrease your total range. Now, if it's a short ride and you don't care about that, but for really long distances, this is not something that you should consider. I mean, I do that all the time. Number 9, don't be an a-hole, meaning your friends paying thousands of dollars every year on gas. So do not brag and do not say, oh, I don't, don't stick it to them that I don't pay any money for gas or whatever. Now, I do that, but in a very positive way. I show them the savings. I do not taunt them that they are like losers or whatever, and they don't have the benefits that I have by saving a lot of cost, a lot of money on gas. Now, but that is, having said that, I'm going to say the opposite. That is one of the main things that people switch to cars: the acceleration, the smoothness, the no maintenance, the no gas, and all this. But you have to do it in different, because people can be very oppositional. It took me a couple of years to work on one of my friends to understand, because I didn't come at it in the right approach. Last one is very important. Number 10, it's very important. If you have any kinds, and I have it in my boat cars, if you have any kind of roadside assistant, meaning you have like those foams, or you have a air pressure or whatever it is that you need to put air in the tire or whatever, that's good to have. But if you go to a long distance trip, and like I said, I go to many of them. This summer I went to Montreal and Lake George and many trips, and I go to Florida once a year. I bought a full-size 18-inch tire for my Tesla Model 3 and 19-inch tire for my Tesla Model Y, and I put them in the trunk with the jack and the wrench and everything that I need, in addition to the air pumps and all that stuff. Why? Just call AAA or just call Tesla service and they'll come do it for you. That's very nice. But I drive in areas that there's no cell reception. There's some spots in South Carolina that I drive, in other places you can call, but nobody's going to be on the other side. And it's good to learn how to change your tire. Do it safely. Put your blinkers on, put your hazards on, whatever it is that you need to know. It is a good skill to know how to change a tire. I have done it many times before. So I really recommend to have a full kit, a full size, not a donut, a full size of a spare tire, and a jack, and the wrench, whatever it is that fits your car, and try it at home. Try to lift your car and try to do what you need to do. Otherwise, you're not going to be a happy person. This happens, and when it happens, it sucks. All right, hopefully this was helpful to you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.